ROTHSCHILD.com. You can pick up our new show is on now. Get ready to celebrate your favorite podcast at our iHeart Podcast Awards. TRILLIONAIRE, the best podcast. Take home awards in categories like comedy, crime, pop culture, and more. Watch on iHeartRadio's YouTube channel and Facebook page. And listen on iHeartRadio Tuesday night at 9. Are you looking for some non-dairy deliciousness? Discover the Rich Tree Taste Best Planet Oat Oat Milk. It's delicious in coffee, smoothies, cereal, or by the glass. Planet Oat Oat Milk tastes every bit as marvelous as the delicious moments it inspires. Pick it up in your local grocery store today. We know it, you see it. It's like radio, but without the need for all that annoying imagination. Follow us now on all the socials. At KFI AM 640. KFI AM 640. Not everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Steve Gregory just spent 2 segments with us talking about the shooting that happened last night in Lincoln Heights, where 3 officers were shot. If you want to listen to those segments, and Steve always does a great job for us, just go to the iHeartRadio app, and the show is on demand, those things, as well as every segment on every program we have here at KFI, on demand at the iHeart or on the iHeartRadio app. I'm going to move the Ukraine issue and our manufacturing, our prowess and our problems to the next segment, because what's going on is the storm is coming again. For us, the Pineapple Express, which means we're going to get rain. And what did you say, Jennifer? 3/4 to 1 inch of rain here in Southern California.
3/4 to 1.5 inches between Friday and Saturday.
All right. I mean, that's a substantial rain, but nothing like what's going on up in Northern California, where it's going to be snow on top of snow. Now, San Bernardino, that story is still going on big time. And as of a couple of days ago, the authorities, we heard from the first responders, the sheriff's department, and the fire department, that there was 1 fatality, and it had to do with an accident on the road where someone was out driving. Well, it turns out that now we're looking at 12 fatalities. Now, the authorities have not told us those are specifically related to the storm, but the neighbors of these people, the family members of these people, said they finally were able to get to the homes, and there they were. There was an aunt, a sister-in-law, a neighbor, a friend, dead. They discovered inside the home. And literally, excuse me. That's it. Okay, no one was able to do the button correct. That was good. Okay, very strong. Usually I miss it. And you hear the back end of the scene. In any case, they found their neighbors and family members dead. And what had happened is that there simply was no food. Couldn't get any. There was just one store in Crestline was open, and there were volunteers. So we're the story for gouging too. But there is, I still think there are various places where food is being distributed, obviously on a free basis, and water is being distributed. And the problem was, and we're going to talk about this in a minute, that the big issue here is the fact that we know people were going to die. And you have 2 weeks of snow, and no one can get up, and you have someone elderly. In one case, it was someone that had to need a dialysis 3 days a week and could not get the machine, couldn't get down the hill because the entire area was snowbound. There's no question that they're going to find even more people who have died. People who have no family members, loners. Remember, they jump in the mountains. And there are people that are hermits up there that just don't want to be bothered, want to live by themselves, don't have family, not really connected to anybody, and they're going to find them as they're going to go door to door. And then the big controversy what's going on is, number one, there's more people that have died as a result of being locked into their homes with no power, no heat, no food, no water, is that the accusations that the authorities have been doing. you could have done more. And Jennifer and I were talking about what more could they do. They were using every snowplow. I'm assuming they were bringing in every piece of equipment they could from
if they contacted the private companies, they had the correctional department up there, CAL FIRE, I mean, you name it.
And but the residents were really upset because I'll tell you the only accusation that makes any sense whatsoever, and the rest of it I think is ridiculous. And that is, when you have the equipment out there, you didn't move quickly enough, you shouldn't have put the snow on the sides of the road, even though the snow was already 8 feet deep. And where it's going to go, that would be wide dump trucks, they move it outside, is that the main accusation that actually resonates is they didn't plan. They knew the massive storm was coming and they didn't anticipate it. And that may be true. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm not an expert in snow removal, although I do play one on radio, and I don't clearly understand what kind of planning and what kind of logistics go into that. But if they should have known, was there any indication? This is a storm we've never had before.
Well, that's it. I mean, it is the first time that they've issued this type of warning.
It was a blizzard warning
for the San Bernardino Mountains.
So now we have to look at what could have been done. Do you ask other agencies to send their equipment to Crestline and leave their communities without equipment? And who's going to say, sure, I don't have a problem with that. Even though there's a blizzard for the entire area coming in, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take all my snowplows and say I'm a city manager of a city 5 miles away or 10 miles away. I'll be more than happy to take my snowplows and bring them into Crestline, bring them into San Bernardino. So if you want to find out more, the accusation is going to go. I think there's going to be a few hearings and investigations coming in out of this one. Sit the time. Coming up, I want to talk to you about Ukraine and our involvement, but not our the shipping equipment there and war material, but material, yeah. But our manufacturing. That's very dramatic. Yeah, I love that word. That's why I get paid the big bucks. Yes, I throw out words. I throw like quick pro quo. I mean, I just, oh, I know. But I want to do that story when we come back. This is a big story. This is KFI AM 640. Let's check in with Jennifer Jones-Lee live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
Handle, I want you to say, you heard it here first. The CDC is investigating a gastrointestinal illness on a cruise ship out of Galveston, Texas, and they're saying they don't know what this is, don't have a name for it. What does that remind you of?
Oh, yeah, no kidding, the Nova virus. What's the name? Do we know the name of the ship? Okay, as soon as we get to know the name of the ship, I will tell you what the disease is called. Okay.
Also, I just got word that GM is offering buyouts to a majority of its salaried workers, so basically all the white-collar workers in the U.S. Last week, the automaker said that it was going to cancel or terminate about 500 of its salaried positions globally. So at least here in the U.S., they're trying to buy these guys out. And Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend is suing him for $30 million. Erica Herman claims Woods kicked her out of their home, changed the locks after they broke up, despite an alleged oral agreement that she could live there for 5 years. SoCal weather from KFI, a mostly cloudy day ahead, the rain coming in after midnight, high to be in the 50s to the low 60s. This report is brought to you by your Staples stores. From the Southern California Toyota Dealer Shopping Center, let's go places. This time, Mike's checking out your drive-in. Pomona.
That loads up there. Just leaving the Kellogg interchange and go past there, pleasing to get there. From there, daughter's off the breakdown into El Monte. Now we got some trouble into the Downey area, Santa Fe Springs. The 5 northbound, just about 605. Looks like there's clearly a problem. Got a middle lanes there. That's adding to Detroit from Imperial Highway, much of the way up to the 110. Southbound side of the 5 is just southeast out in Burbank, pretty much down into Downey. It's certainly some good pockets. And a problem bringing up on the 605. 605 southbound just axis 60. Looks like in the middle lanes there. Bumper to bumper back before the 10, leaving Ramona. Mike O'Brien, KFI in the sky. During Staples Teacher Palooza, teachers say big or you save. It's the perfect time to help your favorite teachers stock their classroom. Save 25% on classroom decor. Plus, 12 bottles of Purell hand sanitizer at just 49 cents. Each store only offers 311. Hurry to Staples today. This report is sponsored by iHeartAdvertising.com. Is it getting harder to find new customers? one audio company in America, we can help you grow your business at a fraction of the cost. Get started today by visiting iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com. A light source system gives you filtered and delicious water straight from every tap in the house. It filters out the chlorine and contaminants while retaining healthy minerals, and there's no filter to change ever. It's maintenance-free. New customers get a free Pure antibacterial filter that's worth $825 that ends March 31st. Call 800-803-2696. Visit lightsourcewater.com. Lightsourcewater, taste and feel the difference.
At Ralph, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we're dedicated to doing up to a 27-point inspection on our fruits and veggies, checking for things like quality. In fact, only the best produce, like zesty oranges and crisp carrots, reach our shelves. Because when it comes to fresh, our higher standards mean fresher produce. Ralph, fresh for everyone.
You can earn 4 times the fuel points on all produce, floral, deli, and bakery items through March 14th. Simply click your digital coupon and save more at the top today. Restrictions may apply. Looking to invest in real estate as a way to diversify, hedge against inflation, and receive consistent quarterly cash distributions? With First National Realty Partners, you'll get access to commercial real estate investments that are reserved only for elite private institutions. You'll enjoy all the benefits of fully passive real estate ownership, like tax write-offs, limited liability structures, quarterly cash distributions, and the potential for upside at exit. First National Realty Partners has thousands of investors who collect rent from national brand tenants like Walmart, Target, Whole Foods, Publix, and many more. Call 888-301-9010. That's 888-301-9010. Or go to fnrtradio.com. That's fnrtradio.com. Choose your fully passive commercial real estate investment deal. Securities are only available to verified accredited investors. Investments are subject to risk, including loss of principal. Tax distributions are not guaranteed. Any representations made about investment stability reflect FNRC's strategy and may or may not be realized. Visit fnrtradio.com. Joe and Kathleen showcasing the way they have run this company with love and dedication to their employees and creating their motto, revolutionizing the home improvement industry one customer at a time while changing the lives of their employees for the better. People make the difference. American Vision Windows is built around a team of home improvement experts who take great pride in their work, and the energy-saving advice they provide is priceless. American Vision Windows makes sure that all their installers are AAMA certified. Now, due to the rising energy costs, many people are turning to dual-pane, energy-efficient windows to reduce their utility bills. If you have wood, aluminum, or even vinyl windows and enjoy saving money, plus you love the feeling of a well-insulated home, then you might be in the market for new windows and doors. American Vision Windows are custom-made to fit your needs and the style of your home. 0% interest, 0 payments until 2024, plus free expert installation. For all offers, call or see website for details. On approved credit, offer expires 3/31/23. CSW 778-326. Of course, your favorite station is on the free iHeartRadio app. Take it with you anywhere and listen anytime. Plus, get thousands of other stations and trailers, all free. Download our free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. New Lamborghini inventory. I wouldn't mind destroying my credits to drive that around and leave them holding the bag. Easily. First gotta pick up this puke all over it. Oh, sorry, man, sorry. The King Cutaway Jr. Show. Stop puking in my Lambo. Live 4 to 7 p.m. on KFI and on demand anytime on the iHeartRadio app. KFI, AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Bill Handel here. It is a Thursday morning, March 9th. And starting tomorrow, we're waiting for the next storm to come in. The difference is it's the Pineapple Express, which means it's going to be a fairly warm rain, and snow will come down only at very high elevations, 10 or 11,000 feet, where it was down to, 1,500 feet, snowing in Northridge last week. We'll figure on that one. So the storm's coming in. Northern California is still going to get nailed. Just nailed. And Russia has unleashed a massive missile and drone strike on major cities in Ukraine, including Kyiv and even Lvov, on the border right next to Poland. So Russia's going for sure. With that, I want to share a story with you and some information, because Ukraine is getting most of Pacific Arms in the United States. And it looks like there's a softening of the support, especially among Republicans in Congress saying, we don't want to keep on going at this level. The point is, we may not be able to go at this level. Because here's what's going on. We were and have been in a peacetime Army position, production. As a matter of fact, the wars that have been fought since 9/11 are really counterinsurgency. They're not conventional warfare. And so the production of military goods, tanks, missiles, etc., is not great. Let me give you a stat that kind of, stunned me a little bit. U.S. pre-war production, we're talking about the Ukraine war, we were manufacturing 14,000, give or take, 155 millimeter rounds a month. That's used in the artillery pieces for the most part, that's the major part. 14,000 a month. The Ukrainian military is firing 7,700 artillery shells a day, which means it takes, they're spending for 2 days everything we manufacture in 1 month. So what is going on? Well, we're not there. We didn't anticipate this. It came out of the blue. We are producing the arms because even though we're not involved in the war, our directions are saying that basically a proxy war, and it really is without conventional forces of ours. We don't have boots on the ground, but we start supplying all the military equipment. And we're not up to it because where most of the military equipment is coming from is from stockpiles that the Pentagon already has. I mean, to manufacture an artillery piece takes a long time. If you're doubling or tripling production, I mean, that is a ramp up. And so the analogy I'm going to make, and remember I told you it was going to be an analogy, is what we did during World War II. And it was probably one of those extraordinary manufacturing stories, literally in human history. So the United States prior to World War II was not in a position militarily. Prior to World War II, there was a whole political movement, American firsters, to stay out of the war. Remember, I've been telling you, Winston Churchill was begging FDR to get the war. He couldn't. He couldn't because the strength of the stay out of the war crowd, American firsters, Charles Lindbergh and others, saying, we're not going to go to war. And we're not going to build equipment to go to war. Let you do what it wants. We don't want to get involved. Well, of course, December 7th, 1941 changed all that around. The American First Movement literally disappeared overnight. So with that, how do you fight a world war? Keep in mind, the United States was fighting a two-front war, not only in Europe, but also in the Pacific. And what a lot of people don't know is that virtually, I would say, a third of the arms that Russia was producing were American. We were sending over the trucks, we were sending over tanks, we were sending over production. So we really had a three-front war. And we had no production equipment. We had no production that was ramping up. So what did the United States do? The United States went to a full war footing. During the war, you couldn't buy a car. You couldn't buy a refrigerator. You couldn't buy tires. You couldn't get spare parts for the cars you did have. You couldn't buy gasoline. It was rationed. Everything was rationed. So you had, for example, the Chrysler company, right? They're not manufacturing cars. They're manufacturing tanks. Boeing, the B-17. You know how many plants were producing B-17s all over the country? They were being punched out 1 an hour by mid-war. We'll never do that again. Politically, we wouldn't be allowed to do that. Maybe if the United States was attacked, we'd go there, but it's nothing like that. And so the Pentagon is saying, we just don't have the equipment. You are cleaning us out. Now, there are a couple of differences. First of all, to ramp up production, I mean, do you really think we're not going to buy cars? You really think we're not going to buy appliances? Well, we'll never allow that to happen again. Also, to be fair, the equipment itself, manufacturing, is so sophisticated now than it was back then. And we're talking about a fighter, a typical fighter, 300,000 parts per year. That didn't exist. It was several thousand when we had a B-17. It was simpler. They didn't really develop new technologies. It happened every minute here. We have the most sophisticated armed forces in the world, not only among the best trained, but certainly in terms of technology and the equipment that we're producing. So we have obviously a world-class, maybe the world-class military. The point is that Ukraine is cleaning us out. And I don't say that negatively because I obviously support the war. I support the war 100%. But as a matter of fact, we are going through our equipment, and we don't have the ability to, in fact, bring it back. We don't have the ability to supply what we need to bring us back to pre-war levels. Once again, we send over our artillery. The Ukrainians are going through 7,700 rounds a day, and we're producing 14,000 a month. Now, is that ramping up? Yes, but it takes a while. The only thing that I guess is positive, if you will, is going to be a war of attrition. It's going to be a very long war, giving the United States the ability to ramp up production. Are we going to do it the same way we did it in World War II? That's impossible. The country will never go on a war footing, ever. Again, no matter what. Coming up, Jason Middleton, we've got business time. This is KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. You're smart, stupid as always, very smart. Hey, wait, KFI AM 640. Oh, it is smart. KFI. KOST, Los Angeles, Orange County. Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Officers recovering. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. The man accused of shooting 3 LAPD officers during a standoff in Lincoln Heights is dead. Commander Stacey Bell says it's not known if the man shot himself. Bell says officers were making contact with a parolee at large yesterday afternoon when barricaded himself inside a shed. That's when K9 units were called in. You know that they deployed the gas, and after the gas was deployed, then the suspect opened the door, fired upon the officers, and the officers returned fire. The officers were taken to USC Hospital. SWAT was called in, and they deployed 2 robots, one of which discovered the dead body. Bell says they declared a citywide tactical alert as a precaution in Lincoln Heights to correctly identify areas. News is brought to you by Semper Solaris. At least 12 people have died in the San Bernardino mountains since snowstorms rolled in. KFI's Blake Foley reports live one of those deaths is confirmed to be caused by the weather. The department says preliminary information in the other deaths does not indicate they are weather-related, but that the investigations are ongoing. The one death that did confirm was a traffic accident. Communities continue to dig out from the snow in the mountains. Roads in much of the area are narrow, with high snowdrifts leading to poor visibility. County Supervisor John Rouse says cleanup from the snowstorms will depend on likely upcoming weather. So the more heat up, the more it melts, the easier that access is going to be. Our county crews and our cooperators are still working around the clock. Rain is expected to move into the area tomorrow. National Weather Service meteorologist Brian Adams says that rain could cause more challenges for people. The big concern we're looking at with this particular event is the added weight from all that rainfall on top of some already very large snowpacks, especially sitting on roofs and on top of other structures. The added weight from this rainfall may potentially lead to some additional structural collapses. The rain is expected to taper off Saturday. An inch to an inch and a half of rain is likely. Some areas could get up to 2 inches. Reporting live, Lake Trolley, KFI News. Governor Newsom has declared a state of emergency to support the storm response and relief efforts in nearly 24 more counties. As Lake mentioned, more storms are on the way. By starting on an almost $50 million City Hall
that includes 49 units of permanent supportive housing.
The public-private project was cobbled together with city, state, and federal money. Mayor Howard Hart says that's two problems addressed because the temporary 50-year-old city hall will finally be replaced. We're saying yes, not only in our backyard, but we're putting it literally in the backyard of our city. Jamboree Housing CEO Laura Archuleta says about 30% of the homeless have mental illness and 30% struggle with addiction.
Housing, 100% of the people that are homeless need a place to live. So let's start there. And then we can bring in the services.
Crews broke ground yesterday with completion expected late next year in San Juan Capistrano. For Ben Carson, KFI News.
The guy accused of stabbing two Jewish men as they left a synagogue in LA's Pico Robertson area is due in federal court. He's facing hate crime and gun charges. The indictment says he was developed and espoused anti-Semitic beliefs and made violent threats towards Jewish people. At the time of the shootings last month, Tran was free on bail on a felony charge of possessing a weapon at Cal State Long Beach. The LA County Registrar's Office has removed more than 1 million people from its voter rolls because of a settlement agreement between the county and the government watchdog group Judicial Watch. Of the 1.2 million voters removed, about half of them had not voted for 5 or more consecutive federal elections, and 465,000 of them hadn't been active for at least 2 federal elections. President Biden headed to California Monday for a multi-day visit. His plans include a meeting in San Diego with leaders from Australia and the UK to highlight the security alliance known as AUKUS, which helps Australia acquire nuclear-powered submarines in an effort to counter China. Biden will stop in Monterey Park Tuesday, where a shooter killed 11 people at a dance studio during a Lunar New Year celebration in January. And fighting to keep their vanity license plates, a beacon in Maine had one in surplus for tofu, but the state has recalled his and hundreds of other potentially vulgar plates. The state concluded the license plate LUVTOFU could be seen as a reference to sex instead of admiration for being cursed. Peter Saraseki says there's no mistaking the intent because the back of his car has several tofu-related stickers. Several people have appealed, but so far the state has rejected all the appeals. Saraseki was offered another personalized plate, V3GAN, but said, no thanks, he's done with the plate. Anything. KFI News, don't worry, buddy. I've had one turned down too. We got to look at your drive at KFI in the sky, but first it's sports for 20.
Kawhi Leonard had 24 points. Paul George scored 23, and the Clippers beat the Toronto Raptors 108-100. Baseball, the Dodgers-Seattle Mariners spring training matchup ended in a 2-2 tie. LA will face the A's at 12:05 today. You can hear it live on AM 570 LA Sports, your home for Dodger baseball. The Angels beat the Colorado Rockies 4-3. Today, the Halos take on Team USA in the World Baseball Classic. And LA Kings fans, today at 5, you can join the party at Legends Restaurant and Sports Bar in Long Beach. It's the Kingdom Watch Party. The Kings take on the Avalanche in Colorado. There's food, there's drinks, and a free raffle to win awesome prizes. For more info, visit lakings.com/kingdom and listen to all Kings games in HD on the iHeartRadio app. I'm Lynn Resnick, KFI Sports. Americans pay about $5 billion a year to control termites and repair their damage. I mean, that's not a lot. We all know how destructive termites can be, but we all underestimate exactly how much damage these little buggers can cause and how quickly. Termites cause more damage every year, property damage, than storms, earthquakes, floods combined. And it's probably not even covered by your insurance in terms of the property damage, which means you get the right to check. So let me suggest calling Pacific Coast Termites. They'll come out, give you a free home inspection, certain restrictions apply, and they'll tell you, you do have termites, let's go to work. We'll do this without tension. They don't tempt. Now you have everything. Call 800-PACIFIC, 800-PACIFIC, PacificCoastTermites.com. Pacific Coast Termites! The green, friendly way.
QTFI Financial Update is brought to you by Jacoby and Myers. The Dow is up 66, S&P is up 7, NASDAQ up 36. And the average price of a gallon of unleaded gas in California, $4.93. Don't wait. Maximize your compensation after an accident. Call Jacoby and Myers now. Texas for you since 1972. SoCal weather from KFI. We've got a mostly cloudy day ahead. The rain should start after midnight tonight. And as we were talking about, we could see only roughly an inch and a half of rain over the next couple of days in Southern California, but the snow level will stay above 10,000 feet, but that can also trigger mudslides, and we even have the National Weather Service issuing a possible avalanche warning above 5,000 feet. Right now, it is 47 in Yorba Linda, 56 in Laguna Hills, 48 in Downey, and 50 in Mission Hills. Let's get a look at your drive with BKFI in the sky, and this time we're going through industry.
Yeah, it's all pretty slowly here, Jennifer. The Central Price off down at the 60. The finances of the right shoulder in that wreck. It's suffering back to about, gosh, almost into Irwindale. They're back to about Arrow Highway. The good news is up ahead through to Rivera, down to the 5. Actually, not too bad on that stretch now. Also, it looks like we stopped outside of the 5. They're loading us right out of East LA Interchange. And we got through down here, the North 5. Likewise, almost the same stretch. In fact, northbound 5, that's going to load up just out of Norwalk there. Norwalk Boulevard, runs the way up to the 110. Now, problem is who lost it here on the 405. 405 northbound in Alameda. Looks like they've gone to the right shoulder. That stretch is a little extra tight now. Two losses there, starting at about Lakewood Boulevard. And just going on the southbound side of the fence there, just coming out of Corey. Mike O'Brien, KFI in the sky. This hour of the Bill Hamel Show is brought to you by WDC Kitchen and Bath Center. Find the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Southern California at WDCappliances.com, WDCappliances.com. It's the Marketer's Report. This week, Patricia Sagnoletto, Global Chief Marketing Officer, Direct Consumer for Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on the difficult task of building and retaining consumer trust. Trust is a really hard thing to build and a really easy thing to destroy, and we have to be very respectful about that. Our partnership with iHeart has really helped us build that trust and that relationship with the on-air talent. The best thing for us to do is to build a relationship with our consumers. And if those consumers have a relationship with the DJs that are on air, then we want to build on that. House of the Dragon, which is one of our most successful, if not the most successful campaign we've ever done for a show, audio is a core part of that. As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives you access to all. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company. iHeartMedia is your access company. Go to iHeartResults.com for more. Get it to an RV. TVRV.com. You can pick up RV show is on now. More stimulating talk.
iHeartRadio station.
Today, part of Go Handle will be handled by Go Handle. And now here's Bill Handle. The FI AM 640 live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app. Bill Handle here, and the morning crew Thursday, March 9th. Another storm headed to SoCal, and the heaviest rain is tomorrow night through Saturday. And here's the problem. We have this incredible snow pack, and it's the best it's been in years and years. This is going to be a warm round. It's going to develop the snowpack. So not only does the snowpack go south, goes down, but the flooding that can happen. So that is a double hit. And then Russia unleashed this massive missile and drone strike on major cities in Ukraine. We knew that was coming. Not only cities, which is basically by the Russians, but even Lvov, which is on the Polish border, all the way west. So we'll figure out that. I just did a segment on the production of arms that I found fascinating. Hopefully you did too. Go to iHeartRadio, the iHeartRadio app. Here's that segment or any segment in demand. All right, time for It's Business Time. Jason Middleton. Jason heard as an anchor here on KFI, and Sundays from 2 to 3 with his business show. Good morning, Jason. Good morning, Bill. There's your thing. Okay, let's start with the jobs report, which is sort of up in the air, laid off. Serious, 8% of the workforce, more and more companies laying off, and still they can't get enough people in that certain sector. So what going on. This is weird. Labor Department is W-rated right now, right? It's jamming. You've got keyword headlines like Serious XM, General Motors this morning also say salaried white-collar jobs. A lot of the tech companies, we talked about Meta recently. Of course, last year, Mark Zuckerberg said Meta was not going to cut any more jobs. Just kidding. We're going to cut more jobs. This is the year of efficiency for Meta. Some of this has to do with automation, honestly, and some of it has to do with people getting fat during the pandemic. Now, hang on. White-collar jobs, right? Automation doesn't necessarily connect. By the way, do you know how they do the census in Yemen and Somalia? No. It's white-collar or blue-collar. Oh, no. Had to do that. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was I had to do that. That's all over the middle of the way. Had to do that joke. Right, but why is it that automation, how does that affect white-collar management jobs? Well, some of it has to do with HR resources like WorkDay. They're getting better and smarter. Those algorithms are getting better and smarter and managing more people. People added a lot around the middle. Corporations added a lot around the middle. I guess people did too during the pandemic. And that's how we trimmed down as well. Again, right side is a lot of what this is. And the efficiencies around Meta, I don't think people are as worried about. I don't think Mark has figured out that he's a gaming company. When he does, he'll figure it out. He'll probably rehire some of his sites. A lot of those tech layoffs, by the way, that you hear about, the 8,000 here, the 5,000 here, a lot of those never have to go through the unemployment line. They never show up in labor data because somebody else is hired. So there's not a big impact there. A lot of what we're seeing with what they consider the lower paying jobs are still hard to fill. I read in the Minneapolis Fed there was a note that a Montana construction firm is flying construction workers in on private jets to do their projects. That's how tight that market is. When you talk about manufacturing, for example, everybody looks at cars, so manufacturing, robotics, how much more technology to reduce labor can you go? When does it become sort of a marginal return? They've pretty well done it all. It sure seems like it, doesn't it? It seems like the envelope is pretty closed on that. I mean, if you're looking for a profit margin, you can't look at the manufacturing floor very much anymore. Now, there might be a black swan event where some breakthrough technology and AI could be that, but until then, you're right. That was a little tight. But fiscal costs and things that are about as efficient as they can get. And using the efficiency word is also means like less jobs. But one company hasn't literally gone down to the bone, and I use here iHeart, which is a pretty successful company. And when I look at the cost cutting they have done, like many other companies, I go, how much more can you go? Well, they're continuing to find it, and let's not talk too loud about that still, because I saw a headline this week that ChatGPT is coming up with radio hosts that are artificially intelligent and can replace live radio hosts. So moving right on to the other areas of the economy. Well, I mean, look, it's a real thing. AI is coming. Oh, yeah, there's a great story about that. I just saw something my daughter just showed me where it was Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and Barack Obama having a conversation, and it's their voice, and I mean, what came out of that, the curse words, the attacks, I mean, it's just, F you, no, F you, it's just, it was crazy, and you couldn't tell the difference. There's a macro thing there too, it's eroding trust in social norms and institutions and things, but we have to get readjusted to that. To your point about margins, though, this is one of the reasons why, this is a good segue into the JetBlue Spirit Airlines thing, right, because the airlines are a very low-margin business in the industry. They also have a high physical cost. You have to buy those. All right, let's take a break and come back. So I want to talk about JetBlue and the Spirit Airlines merger, because that's a big thing. The government is trying to stop that. We'll be back in a moment. And let's check in with Jennifer Jones-Lee live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. The bodies of two Americans who died after he will be returned to the U.S. today. They were part of a group that crossed the border for a medical procedure last Friday. Governor Newsom had COVID-19 again. He tested positive yesterday. This is his second infection since right after the pandemic started in 2020. And Bruce Willis's wife is rejecting the rumors that the actor's ex-wife Demi Moore has moved in following Bruce Willis's dementia diagnosis. Emma Willis Hemming said, in fact, suggesting Moore was there to help. So dumb. We're going to look at your drive at DKFI in the sign in just a moment. For the last couple of years, you didn't hear much about people borrowing against the equity in their home because the equity kept building and building and you didn't know when it was going to stop. Well, that stopped. It stopped. Property values are flat or going down. So, all right, you realize it. So if you're looking to borrow $75,000 or more, let me suggest HMS Capital. Well, I've done 2 more than so I know how these people work. I don't think there's any better out there. Service and the wait for the best, as far as I'm concerned, that's all I can see. And whether you want to consolidate debt, make home improvements, college, doesn't really matter. HMS Capital may very well be the best solution. No appraisal or credit report fees. Call 833-255-5698, 833-255-5698. Visit hmscapital.com. Now, weather from KFI, we've got a mostly cloudy day ahead. Highs will be in the 50s and 60s, and then the rain that'll stay with us until Saturday morning should start after midnight. This report is brought to you by your Staples stores. Let's get over to your drive with DKFI in the sky. Yeah, that was the Orange County area. Looks like the 55 southbound 30 road up here just approaching Jackson Avenue. Jackson, the worst of the through the 5 about a minute through the Saturday. This is up nicely into Big 4 east from there. Now the 405 southbound in Orange County. Starting to hit the brakes out of Westminster there. Westminster Boulevard on and off. The worst of the 2 feet is the coast of Mesa. Now it looks like if you're heading into Corona, 91 westbound, goes up one from Riverside, pretty much from Tyler over to Magnolia, and then once again leaving the 15 out through the 71. Now, heading into Corona on the 15, that's a tough one. Now, Lake Elsinore, 15 northbound, you can't on the brakes there. Pretty much from Lake up to El Cerrito. Now, if you're heading south on the 15 out of the whole pass, 15 southbound from the high desert there, that's a real tough one. Pretty much from the 395 to the 138. And tough stretch for the 210. 210 westbound, you're pretty well jammed from Glendora into downtown Pasadena. Mike O'Brien, KFI in the sky. Staples Printed Marketing Services help small business print big. Now get $15 off signs, banners, and posters when you spend $75 or more. Offer ends $4.15. Visit staples.com/printed for details. This is your sign to try Staples, where you print the perfect guarantee. This report is sponsored by Whole Foods Market. Power up on poultry at Whole Foods Market. Organic air-filled boneless skinless chicken breast is just $7.99 per pound with prime through March 14th. Experience the air-filled difference while you can. While supplies last. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply. Spring travel season is almost here, and whether you're planning to jet off to Japan or cruise around Greece, don't forget to add language learning to your itinerary. The Rosetta Stone app will transform the way you travel. Learn useful words and phrases that will not only help you get around more easily, but also have more meaningful experiences with the new people and places you'll discover. Through March 22nd, get 40% off a lifetime subscription to all 25 of Rosetta Stone's languages. Purchase today at rosettastone.com. On IQ's Daily Game podcast, the cultural icon unveils words of wisdom and motivational quotes he's collected over the years. No punches are pulled, as Ice shares his special brand of profound and brutal honesty on topics like romance, success, failure, and more. You can't sit back and say, I'm going to win this game and not go to practice. You still got to play that game. Faith and your mind is just not going to make it happen. Listen to IC's Daily Game on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast. Spring's going to be here soon, so start saving money with solar from SolarMax Technology. Get a 12-panel system for $0 down and $59.99 a month. Plus, you want to lock in your NEM 2.0 benefits by April 13th. Now, pound 250 and say SolarMax or go to SolarMaxTech.com. Well, again, available. Good credit to you for doing like them to your body. Light season is here. You have so many choices at Skater Brothers. With our fresh seafood pastas, full circle market wild-caught fish fillets, and plant-based protein. And don't forget our Skater Brothers shrimp. Grab some today and grill some tonight. Welcome to Pray.com's Relentless Hope Podcast, a show that will help you love your life, lead with purpose, and leave a legacy of helping others. God can do anything, and He took this girl from deep to true joy and true peace. Listen to Pray.com's Relentless Hope on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Hi there, I'm Joel Arstar. Join me this Sunday for How to Money. We'll talk all things personal finance and help you learn how to save, invest, and enjoy more of what matters. How to Money with Joel Arstar. Sundays at noon on KFI and on demand anytime on the iHeartRadio app. KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. And if you're in Monterey Park, President Biden is going to be there today, and enjoy yourself with the traffic. And if you're interested in looking at snipers, just look up at any building that oversees the route that the president is going down. All right, back we go to business time with Jason Middleton. He's heard Sunday 2 to 3 p.m. Jason, the JetBlue Spirit Airlines merger, the Justice Department is looking to sue it. But I have a question. Yes. I thought you needed the permission of the government to merge two big companies, or you just merged, and then you're fighting a lawsuit. You get your proposals together, and then it has to go through certain, like the SEC, right? And usually the SEC is where it gets flagged, and then the DOJ gets involved. This goes back to a plank in the Biden platform. The mergers and acquisitions pursuits by the Department of Justice just this year is up 123% from last year. This is a focus of them for policy reasons. They are trying to drift away from oligopolies and whatnot. Now, the reason that JetBlue and Spirit Airlines, they say it's going to be is to hurt the ultimate consumer, which it could be true, but since the late 70s, I think it was 78 when airlines, there was no longer control. We've seen this contraction within the space, and they seem to have survived. Of course, you have the American, Southwest, Delta, United, those are the big four. If you put JetBlue and Spirit together, their market share becomes 10.2%, which is good enough for fifth place. They have fifth place in market share, but even fewer planes than Alaska Airlines. So let me ask, because what ends up happening is, for example, if you're going to go from A to B, and there's one airline that goes, for example, there's one airline that goes to Miami during the winter. This one, a little title. It's $400 back and forth for a 12-minute flight, because that's it. Now, you want to go to New York, you sometimes pay $250 round trip, right, versus $400. Doesn't this just smell like it's going in that direction, because you have, you're consolidating, you no longer have two airlines that are fighting each other for a given market. It's now just one, which means once they get a monopoly, now we're not talking about big picture monopoly, the entire industry. Right. I'm talking about going from here to Florida. Right. It's possible. I think there's something you have to pull out just a little bit farther, because if this doesn't happen, if JetBlue and Spirit don't get together, then one of the three, JetBlue, Frontier, or Spirit, will go away. There's not enough there for the low-cost fare to keep it afloat, because the margins are so tight on these low-fare airlines, which I think is why the Biden administration stepped in. A couple weeks ago, we were talking about the Albertson-Kroger deal, but we didn't, because we didn't have a legal hook just yet. But during that research, I saw stark, low margins, high physical costs, such as assets, like, real estate, labor costs with unions and whatnot, and then price competition. It's exactly the same thing. So if the Biden administration is going to come in here for JetBlue versus Spirit, then they're going to be coming after Albertson Kroger as well, even harder. And JetBlue is jockeying for position. And don't forget, they did that merger with American, and that is still not has been adjudicated. So that deal that they made 2 years ago is still being talked. So I don't know if this is going anywhere anytime fast, but I do think this is a little bit of not a grandstand at all, but it is a political play to defend the policy of the Biden administration. At the same time, JetBlue is offering almost 100% more than what Spirit's worth right now, and the shareholders might like that. So, and yeah, that's the other thing. Whenever there is a merger, one acquires the other one, it's good to be a shareholder of the company that is being acquired. It's hard for shareholders to say no when you're getting that much in a previous position, because JetBlue's doing the Spirit so hard that if they say, look, management of Spirit, if you don't like this deal, we'll go straight to the shareholders, and we'll have a proxy, and we'll have a vote, and you know the shareholders are going to come in if they're going to make 85% in one shot. Hostile takeover. Basically, yes. All right, interest rate hikes. So that affects all of this, because of course they have to do with inflation. And I thought inflation, it was coming down, and it was coming down exactly the way the Fed wanted, and then all of a sudden wait a minute, it's flattening out. So what's going on with the rate hikes in Powell and inflation? Well, first of all, this week, Jay Powell is not going to work page 15. He's more hawkish for sure. He's the head of the Fed. He's the head of the Fed, He's the head of the Fed, and twice a year he has to go and Capitol Hill and defend the policy of the Fed. This time he came in a little bit hotter than usual. Yeah, we're going to have to keep going that because inflation's not coming down as fast as we wanted. I think what happened was the data came in December showing a pretty nice precipitous decline, and then it didn't in January. And so then they have to go back up. Now the guess is what's the peak, and that's what the markets are trying to price in. So yesterday when you saw the markets drop off, is because everybody said, well, we should go to 6% as opposed to 5.25%, which is what we have baked in. I think it's probably going to go closer to 6%. It's going to be 5.75%, if not 6 flat by the end of this year. This month, what's today? So in about a week, the Fed's going to decide if it's going to go up 0.25% or up 0.5%. Yeah, the Fed goes up about 0.5%. And what was it, a couple weeks ago, or not even a few days ago, when there was talk of the Fed going up like this? The Dow dropped 700 points. Yeah, we're on the other side. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and the problem is when you or any analyst says this is the market reacting, I mean, sometimes it doesn't make any sense. Right. The market reacting to A, and then they're reacting to B, and you try to put it together, go, how is that possible? Some of it has to do with algorithmic trading. So when the new inputs come in from the fresh data that the Fed is responding to, then you get the robots kind of responding. And that's kind of like going into it. It's kind of like a blind spot that the banks don't have to worry about. So that covers their coverage on that. Then you have people who are highly exposed to risk, who are into the smaller cap stocks that flow up and down a lot. That happens. So when people start moving their money out of those risk on stocks, which is off stocks or into bonds, money leaving the market, that's where you see the next. Well, Sundays from 2 to 3 p.m., the infamous Jason Middleton, and of course, you're all over the place today. Right here on KFI. Absolutely. All right, we'll catch you over the weekend. So, all right, coming up, Musings with Mo Kelly, who is now heard every evening 7 and 10 o'clock right here on KFI. And we'll talk to Mo, finish up the last 2 segments on this show. Let's check in with Jennifer Jones-Lee, live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. KLATV says the man who shot 3 officers in Lincoln Heights has been found dead. Commander Stacy Bell says the man was a parolee at large, and when officers made contact with him yesterday, he barricaded himself in a shed. Officers shot tear gas inside, and the man opened the door and opened fire. The officers then returned fire. As a result of that, 3 officers from the Metropolitan Canine Unit were struck. Bell says the officers were taken to the hospital with serious injuries. A SWAT team was called in, and it was one of their robots who found the body of the guy on the floor. It's not known if the man shot himself or was hit by officer gunfire. A Marine veteran is back home in OC and says despite losing his eye during a Russian attack in Ukraine, he does not regret volunteering as a combat medic. Giovanni Roman was an infantry sergeant in the Marines, but this unit he volunteered for was clearing a trench in eastern Ukraine. He says it was pitch black when he had knocked on Valentine's Day. Someone in the Humvee was recorded. I saw the blood and the unit finally makes it to a Ukrainian hospital. Taking off my blood and cutting off my clothes. I just felt so vulnerable in that moment. We had to do something coming off my eye. So I had sweat on my right hand. I go back there. I didn't have to go brain bleeding. And this was the second time Roman went to Ukraine since the war started. Why would you do that? Why? Because we had it so busy, thank God. On the other side of the world, one country has decided to take this country as ours. And they're bound to civilians, they're bound to regular common people like us. I can't stay here watching it from my good life here with my mom, my family. So we took time off his job at an emergency room in Orange County, bought thousands of dollars of battlefield medical supplies for others, and a plane ticket. Why wouldn't you have someone to Roman's headed for a third surgery. To help out, he had to GoFundMe and search Help Heal Recover at an undisclosed hospital in Orange County, Corbin Carson, KFID. A group in LA County is collecting donations to help members of the military in 29 Palms who can't afford to buy food. San Dimas Rotary Club President Raymond Foster said 22,000 families in the military are experiencing food insecurity.
He says the inability to pay for groceries doesn't just affect the Marine Corps and Navy, it's all branches.
They have the same problem. They have their National Guard people who they run SNAP, their kids, now they feed their kids.
Foster says all food and money donated to the drive on March 11th will directly go towards stocking the country on base. She says anyone wanting to help can reach out to the Rotary Club at San Dimas. Chris Adler, KFI News. And a ban on gas-powered leaf blowers takes effect in Pasadena next month. People who violate the ban could be fined $116 for their first offense and up to $1,000 for subsequent violations. Electric-powered leaf blowers may only be used Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. and Saturdays 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. People are not allowed to use leaf blowers on Sundays and holidays. We got to look at your drive with DKFI in the sky after sports with Wayne.
The Clippers defeated the Toronto Raptors 108-100. Now, a lot of people decry the Clips for adding Russell Westbrook to the team, but Paul George says that he and Kawhi Leonard don't agree with the haters. Here's Paul George on his own podcast show.
We both loved it. Like, we thought we needed a point guard, especially. We traded Rabbi, we traded John. I'll play a point out there, and I thought I could do it.
Baseball, the Dodgers, Seattle Mariners spring training matchup ended in a 2-2 tie. LA will face the A's at 12:05 today. That game's live on AM 570 LA Sports, your home for Dodger baseball. The Angels beat the Colorado Rockies 4-3, and today the Halos take on Team USA in the World Baseball Classic. I'm Wayne Lesnick, KFI Sports. The last 2, 3, 4 years have been very weird in the world of real estate. Because the values of homes were declining so rapidly, no one was selling their house. If you hung into it another week, it'd be worth more. Well, those things are gone. Finished, done, property values flat, even going down. So, maybe it's time to pull the trigger. And if you do, let me suggest RedFire.com. Not an agency, you don't pay 6%. You have to pay, clean, repair. No one walks through your house as within when you have a real estate broker. And of course, you have to be gone, and the place is spotless. None of that has to happen. Now with directbuyers.com, you will get a fair price. They'll give you an honest, no obligation offer, even a $15,000 cash advance before closing. And I'll tell you what they're never going to do is lowball you. Go to directbuyers.com, call 844-242-SELL, directbuyers.com.
SoCal weather from KFI, mostly cloudy today. We're getting ready for that next Pineapple Express to roll through. So today's highs will just be in the 50s and low 60s. Tomorrow will be in the upper 50s and mid 60s. But we do have the heavy rain at times coming in starting tomorrow morning into Saturday morning. Then some taper off and then just mostly cloudy for the weekend. 53 in Irvine, 52 in San Juan Capistrano. Let's get a look at your drive with DKFI in the sky.
Norwalk on the 5 Northbound Gambia, just about Norwalk Boulevard. And that's going to be shot most of the way up to Legion Park, Dodger Stadium there, right where the 110 leases up. Now the southbound side of the 5, that's going to load up right out of Burbank there. Pretty much from Burbank Airport all the way to Downey to the 605. And then up ahead, if you're heading into Anaheim, 5 southbound on the breakdown. From just before, looks like about East Boulevard. East on and off that was the happiest place on earth. Now, that's the happiest place on earth on the 405 into the Pulpit path. 405 southbound, that's jammed up now from Roscoe down through the path to South Sunset Boulevard. Out beyond that, not too bad to LAX. Northbound 405 on the west side, now the thing going there, that's going to load up from LAX up to Japan. And westbound, got a lot of going now, pretty much leading downtown Los Angeles, on and off into downtown Santa Monica. Mike O'Brien for the Eye of the Sky.
Dell Technologies semi-annual sale starts now with savings on select business PCs powered by 12-string Intel Core processors. Plus save on select monitors and accessories, but with free shipping on everything. Call the Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
And do you know that gold is the only currency that tells its value since the dawn of money? Well, actually I did, thanks to the folks at Legacy Precious Metals, the most trusted name in gold investing. Investing in gold protects you from inflation and gives you a hedge against stock market volatility. Where right now the economy, man, chaotic, inflation, recession. That's why it's more important than ever to have a diversified portfolio. That's true. For those starting out or worried about retirement, that's something you can navigate alone. No, it's not. That's why Legacy Precious Metals offers honest, today at 866-691-2173. That's 866-691-2173. Or download your free investor's guide now at buylegacygold.com. That's buylegacygold.com. Get ready to celebrate your favorite podcast at our iHeart Podcast Awards. Creators of that podcast take home awards in categories like comedy, crime, YouTube channel and Facebook page, and listen on iHeartRadio Tuesday night at 9.
Yourself or your business, consider the benefits of subscription. I'm Scott Senior, CEO of Autonomy, where an easy subscription is like a lease but way more flexible. It's a debt-free way to get month-to-month access to a UEZ. You can even pay with your credit card. Learn more at autonomy.com.
This is Jacob Emron. If you've been in a truck accident, call 844-24-JACOB. AM 640.
And iHeartRadio station.
More stimulating talk. KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. Still handled here, and some of the big stories that we are covering, and you'll hear about that today. Another storm coming to Southern California, but it's the Pineapple Express. It's a warmer rain, and that is the problem because snowpack is going to melt the spring. There's all kinds of problems with that. And President Biden is going to be in Monterey Park today. Enjoy yourselves, guys, with the traffic whenever a president comes into town. Now, time for View News with Mo Kelly, heard every evening here on KFI, 7 to 10 p.m. Good morning, Mo.
Good morning, Mr. Handel.
Yes, sir. Oscars coming up this weekend. That's another thing. You still want to go around Hollywood during Oscars week. Oh, it's just a joy, especially Oscars night. Unless you're driving a limousine, then you get an insane amount of money. Let me ask this, Mo, and maybe it's just me. I'm caring less and less about the Oscars every single year. I don't go to movies anymore. I watch everything at home, and I'm just not that interested. Is that going on across the world here, especially in the United States?
Well, I can't say across the world, but definitely in the United States, there are fewer movies that are in movie theaters, and there are fewer people going to theaters, and it's very difficult for just movie theaters to stay in business. If you look at the ratings of the Oscars and just about any award show of the past 10 years, there's been a precipitous decline in those award shows. So it's not just you, it's just about everyone else as well.
Yeah, I've been thinking that. So when you talk about a precipitous decline, the Oscars is the granddaddy of all the awards. It's the first one out there, still the most important one, the most followed internationally. So we want to see these movie stars go up on stage and sound like idiots unless their thank yous are written for them. Are the Oscars in more or as much trouble as all the other awards, the People's Award, the Grandkids Award, all of those awards? I'm trying to think of all the crazy names for awards, and I can't even think of, there's so many of them.
Well, the Oscars are still the granddaddy of them all. They have the most cachet. They have the most importance in the industry. But the Oscars, just like every other award organization, they are dependent upon the TV show apparatus to bring in revenue. And until they figure out a way to create some other vehicle, then I think it's still just going to be a sliding scale and diminishing returns, because there is no reason for the average individual to stay tuned or stay watching a program which is 3 hours long, which is really not for the viewer, it's for the people in the room. We don't get anything out of the Oscars. We don't get to learn anything more about the actors or actresses that we didn't already know. And I think that's due in large part to social media and also our declining attention spans. We don't want to watch something for 3 hours long. We're lucky to get 3 minutes long as far as attention span.
Yeah, also, just the way, I don't know if they can control it. I don't think they can. But you have some actor or actress that you want me to be sexist and separate out the races, or excuse me, the genders. And all you hear is, I want to thank my agent, I want to thank my manager, I want to thank the producers, and go to a whole list of names that no one could ever care about. And you would think that would change. I know they're trying to keep it for 30 seconds or a minute and a half, but you can't control these people.
No, and that's part of the reason why, again, it's about the people in the room, not the people watching. Now, me personally, I find it refreshing where I get to hear an off-the-cuff speech or very sincere speech about someone's travails and trials and tribulations, the path which that he or her he's made to that moment. That says far more to me than thanking all the people in the room. And I understand why they do it because, the agent is the person who helps get the next gig, or the publisher is the person who helps make that person so popular to even be in the consideration for an Oscar. I get all that behind the scenes stuff. But as far as a television entity and property, it's boring as hell. Yeah, I used to watch the Oscars. I was fairly religious about it, obviously many years ago, because just like many other people, uh, movie stars, you never see them except on the screen. And they have this cachet, and during the Oscars, we see they're real people. Except that they're, as I said, they get these speeches come out and they drive everybody completely nuts. Let's do this. What I want to do is talk a little. I want to take an early break. Tyler, I want to take an early break too, because I want to come back and there's two things I want to talk about. Chris Rock and his Netflix specials and how I think he blew it, personally. And then if we have time, worldwide wrestling, allowing betting on something that's completely scripted. That's fascinating. We'll be right back and finish it up with Mo Kelly. First, let's take over Jennifer Jones-Lee live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
The biggest nuclear power plant in Europe is without power today after Russian missile strikes at Ukraine's nuclear energy agency that says the last link between the Zaporizhzhia plant on the nation's power grid has been severed. President Biden will roll out his budget proposal today during a stop in Philadelphia, and Google is directing its engineers to integrate generative artificial intelligence into all the company's products to catch up with OpenAI's ChatGPT, and they say they have a quick target turnaround of just months. Check out weather from KFI. It's mostly cloudy today. We've got rain coming in after midnight through Saturday morning. Heavy at times. Highs will just be in the 50s to mid-60s. This report is brought to you by Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Let's get a look at your drive at DKFI in the sky.
And westbound out of downtown Los Angeles, loading up in Normandy, right into downtown Santa Monica, truck trip. A lot of folks leaving Santa Monica. And eastbound, that loads up from 20th, on and off Spring Street, then city into downtown Los Angeles from there. 101 southbound, real tough one out of the valley. That loads up at way back there by Reseda Boulevard. In fact, a little further back behind that, almost at DeSoto. That's going to be flowing almost all the way to downtown Los Angeles. There's one good little gap cruising to Wanka Pass, but not much. Now, it looks like the 405 southbound, if you're heading towards LAX. 405 southbound on the brakes now from just about Rockville, right through from over the pass to Sunset, cruising up nicely to the airport from there. Mike O'Brien, KFI in the sky. A light storage system gives you filtered and delicious water straight from every tap in the house. It filters out the chlorine and contaminants while retaining healthy minerals, and there's no filter that change ever. It's maintenance-free. New customers get a free Epipure antibacterial filter. That's worth $825. This ends March 31st. Call 800-803-2696. Visit lightsourcewater.com. Lightsourcewater, taste and feel the difference. Los Angeles traffic is almost as legendary as our movie stars. The late night comics get a lot of mileage out of it, but there's nothing funny about a serious auto accident. And the congestion makes Los Angeles County the state's most dangerous place to drive. At Jacoby and Myers, we specialize in the serious injuries caused by these accidents. For over 50 years, we've won over $1 billion for our clients. If yours is a serious case, get serious help. Call Jacoby and Myers. Justice for you since 1972. The LA Kings push to the playoffs has begun. Guarantee your seats now by placing a deposit on 23-24 season ticket membership. With multiple plans to choose from, there's a plan for every fan. Learn more at lakings.com/membership. It's the Marketer's Report. This week, Patricia Spagnoletto, Global Chief Marketing Officer, Direct to Consumer for Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on the difficult task of building and retaining consumer trust. Trust is a really hard thing to build and a really easy thing to destroy, and we have to be very respectful about that. Our partnership with iHeart has really helped us build that trust and that relationship with the on their talent. The best thing for us to do is to build a relationship with our consumers. And if those consumers have a relationship with the DJs that are on air, then we want to build on that. House of the Dragon, which is one of our most successful, if not the most successful campaign we've ever done for a show, audio is a core part of that. As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives you access to all. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company, iHeartMedia is your access company. Go to iHeartResults.com for more.
From 1909 to 1979, state-run hospitals in California performed thousands of sterilization procedures as part of the Guinness law. After 1979, this practice continued in some state prisons. If you were left unable to have biological children after surgery while living in a state-run facility or while in custody of a California prison, you may be entitled to compensation. For a confidential application, call 1-800-777-9229. Deadline to apply is December 31st, 2022.
Retro Natural Hair is the same simple one-day treatment that I receive from Advanced Hair Restoration. Get a free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts by calling 844-333-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Florida Morgan. Visit FloridaPeople.com for an offer near you. On the free iHeartRadio app, you never pay to hear what you love, and you never wait to hear what you want. Save your money, save your time, and listen anywhere. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Portions of the following program will be recorded. And now, a few words from your dog.
Jennifer Jones, please join me and my team of Wake Up Call Wigglers at Brookside Park in Pasadena, Sunday, April 2nd for Pasadena Humane's Wiggle Waggle Walk to raise funds to help take care for the hundreds of animals we take in each year. To donate or join our team and walk with us, go to KFIAM640.com/wiggle.
KFIAM640 or stimulating talk.
AM 640, Bill Handel here on a Thursday morning as we finish the show. And we go back to Mo real quickly. At the end of the show, it's Thursday, as Gary and Shannon come on, I'm taking phone calls for Handel on the Wall off the air. And if you're interested in asking a marginal legal question and getting a marginal legal answer, the number is 877-520-1150, 877-520-1150. And you can still listen to the Gary and Shannon show on the phone while you're waiting, and it won't be really very long. We'll go through it pretty quickly. Back we go, Mo Kelly. Chris Rock and his Netflix special and how they milked it, both Chris and Netflix, a live performance. Had to do that because he had recorded it every all week what he was going to say. I think it was Netflix's first live broadcast for a comedy program, if I'm not mistaken. How did you think Chris Rock handled it?
I think he handled it from a business standpoint perfectly. He did not let any of his true feelings slip out. He kind of obliquely referenced it over the past year as far as what he felt about the slap, but he didn't do any real material in earnest. And then he waited for the right situation, I suppose the right deal, and I heard that he was paid somewhere around $40 million for that live special on Netflix.
Paid $40 million for one special?
Not only one special, 1 hour. His other specials are longer than that. It was only 1 hour, and he did about 8 minutes on Will Smith.
Yeah, by the way, just in reference to people that are not paying attention, particularly it was the slap at the Oscars, Will Smith slapped him right there, and of course it's live, and it was Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's wife, who Chris Rock made fun of. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, it was just, I thought it was not that bad a jive. So I think he handled it with any kind of class. I didn't. He took the high road when he was slapped, and then he went right into let's rip into people and sort of bring it down to sort of a low denominator.
I put myself in his shoes in a literal sense. If I was slapped on international TV and I was a butt of jokes for the course of a year, I'm not too sure. We talked about this in a physical sense. I don't think I would have let the moment pass without a physical response. But since he did, I think that he earned the right, if there's such a thing, earned the right to be able to handle it however he wants. He got paid in a way that no one else would have. And wasn't his best special? Not even close. That wasn't his best material ever. I mean, I've seen three other specials, I think, off the top of my head, which were better than that in a content sense. But as far as classy or whatever, I don't think he was going for classy. I think he was going to put Will Smith's persona in the dirt. And I think he was successful in that. And I don't think at this point in his career he really was concerned with what people think about him. He wanted to have the say. He had it on legal terms. He got paid very nicely for it. So as far as I'm concerned, content, material or not, it was a win for him.
And the only reason I bring that up is when it happened live, when Will Smith came up on stage and gave him a really healthy slap, the way he reacted, not in any anger, just went, whoa! It sort of surprised and then went on. I mean, I don't think anybody could have handled it in a classier manner, and I was hoping that would extend, at least for that, and just mention, because he got the audience anyway. And I think he would have been given kudos, but, maybe not. I'm not particularly a huge Chris Rock fan, but I'll tell you what I'm a huge fan of, and that's Worldwide Wrestling, WWE. Vince McMahon, I think, owned that. He still does. And he's been negotiating. And considering allowing betting on scripted matches. Now, it was that because of lawsuits, WWE had to say this is exhibition. This isn't real sport, which they thought they would. This reminds me, if you're betting, and the way they're going to do it is they're not going to tell anybody who wins the match, even though they figured out who's going to win it at the beginning. This is like rock, paper, scissors without the scissors. You only have one or two ways to go. It's a flip of a coin. How are people going to bet on that?
Well, here's the thing. As ridiculous as it may sound, there is precedent. You can right now, going back to our Oscars discussion, you can bet on the results of the Oscars, even though those results are already known by a number of people within a Price Waterhouse, the accounting firm. Here with WWE, they're negotiating with the states of Colorado and Michigan, and also with Ernst & Young accounting firms, arguing, I don't buy the argument, but I'm saying there's precedent here, arguing that they can keep the results of these matches secret from the general public, and therefore betting would be safe to do. I don't buy the argument.
Yeah, I do. I think it can be, especially if you're talking about the betting controlled by Ernst & Young. They do a pretty good job with the Oscars. That information is not known. And so let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's say they are able to keep it secret. Explain to me how this is not just a flip of a coin. Basically, you sit there and just bet your friend, heads or tails.
Well, you could have what they have prop bets, and you could have bet where in wrestling they have what they're called falls. In other words, if you're pinned, will it be after the first fall or the second fall or the third pin is in? You can have prop bets, or whether it will be by a chair or a foreign object, things of that nature. Whether it be a controversy, whether it be a third party who will jump in the ring, they're prop bets that you could make.
All right. So basically, you're betting on which way a scripted program is going to go.
Right.
And by the way, I don't know how scripted it is. Is every fall, is every chair that's thrown at someone's head, I don't even know what the terms are, grand slams, are those all scripted to where it's blocking that happens beforehand?
Yes, because that's the only way you can ensure someone doesn't get killed in the ring with a lot of these stunts. Less so in previous years, it was more free-flowing. But now with these stunts of the top ropers and what have you, and the intricate, I would say, gymnastics of it all, there has to be a degree of scripting or someone would break their neck, which has happened before.
One of the things I've always found fascinating about worldwide wrestling or any kind of wrestling match is the number of people that will fill stadiums for this stuff. The fan base is just crazy.
It's great storytelling. You have a hero. You have a heel. You have people that you can root for, people that you can root against. And it's a storyline just like any other soap opera, which may go across months in nature, and it comes to a climax at maybe WrestleMania or SummerSlam or something like that.
Fair enough, that resonates. All right. Tonight, 7 to 10, every weeknight, Mo, Kelly, you have a good one. Take care. Shannon, are you a wrestling fan?
No.
I used to be.
I was in the 80s, like with Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan.
Where's he at?
Andre was there's some twins mixed around in there sometimes. Oh, yeah. My brother would watch it, on Sunday mornings or what have you.
Who was it early on? Well, it was some replays of the wrestling. Black and white. I forgot who the guy was. Hold up. I'll never forget. Whoa, Nelly!
Oh, yeah, he was great.
He was.
He was great. We're going to get 17,000 emails giving us his name.
All right, so
something.
No, it wasn't King. It was something else. We should actually look it up. All right.
You sound like my parents.
I know. All right, so Shannon,
who is the guy with the guy with the thing?
What's going on today on the Gary and Shannon show?
Why do we know so much about Tiger Woods' love life? I mean, this guy has so many problems with the ladies, and we all know about all of the problems. I kind of feel bad for him in a way. Also, we will get the latest about the LAPD shooting during that corralling of the parolees. Gavin Newsom has tested positive for the COVID. Why are we still reporting on this? I don't know. And we will go live to Washington, where that train company for Norfolk Southern is testifying before Congress, and they want to make this right.
Yeah.
Ohio.
Dick Lane. You're welcome. Thank you. That's true. Whoa, Nelly. Yes, Dick Lane.
Well, that is Dick roller derby. Not
roller derby. Roller derby was fantastic too. I love roller derby, especially the women's roller derby.
Oh yeah, they don't mess around.
No.
Still don't.
Oh, they were tough.
Yeah.
Those were tough. All right, so real quickly, I'm taking calls for handle on the wall off the air, and you can still listen to Gary and Shannon right through the phone, and we do it for about half an hour, 40 minutes. 877-520-1150. 877-520-1150. There's Shannon right there. Shannon, you guys have a good show.
Thank you, sir.
This is KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. This smart device was made for more than just dumb jokes and weather reports. Show your smart device to play KFI AM 640.
KFI.
KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
They're recovering. I'm Jennifer Jones Lee live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. The LAPD says a man in Lincoln Heights has been found dead after he shot 3 officers.
Commander Steve Bell says the man was a parolee at large, and officers were there to take him into custody. But as officers approached the man yesterday afternoon, he locked himself inside his shed. Officers then deployed tear gas, and unfortunately, that suspect responded to that chemical agent by opening the shed and opening fire on the officer. Bell says the officers returned fire. They were taken to a hospital, and SWAT was called in. 2 robots were deployed, and one of them spotted the man dead on the floor. It's not known if the man killed himself or if one of the officers hit him during the gunfire. In Lincoln Heights, Steve Gregory, KFI News.
At least 12 people have died in the San Bernardino mountains thanks to snowstorms rolled in. KFI's Blake Coley reports live the deaths come as people continue to dig out from the snow.
Of the 12 deaths, the Sheriff's Department says only one was for the traffic accident was confirmed weather-related. The department says the preliminary information in the other deaths does not indicate they are weather-related, but that the investigations are ongoing. Communities continue to dig out from the snow. Many roads are still narrow with big snow drifts limiting visibility. National Weather Service meteorologist Brian Adams says rain, which is expected tomorrow, could saturate the snow on rooftops and cause them to collapse. The rain can basically pushing us from a dense snowpack to already feel very heavy and wet snowpack, so the added weight from that will be very challenging all along structures in the region. Officials say some people who live in non-county maintained roads have not been reached. The non-county roads are narrow, and the county's equipment is too big for them. They'll need private companies to come in and plow those roads. Officials say if people need to be rescued from those areas, rescue crews can get to them. Reporting live, Blake Coley, KFI News.
The LAPD is expected to share more details about a man arrested for the fatal stabbing of a 17-year-old boy in El Sereno and the stabbing of another man nearby. LAPD Commander German Hurtado said yesterday the alleged attacker was barricaded in a home in Alhambra, but crisis negotiators were able to talk him out.
They were able to convince him after a couple hours that he wasn't going to be harmed, that he was going to be taken into custody peacefully, if he surrendered peacefully.
He did. Hurtado said the man has a history of mental health issues and has been a problem in the neighborhood. The bodies of two Americans kidnapped and murdered in Mexico are being returned to the U.S. Autopsies were done on the bodies in Mexico, but a second set of exams is planned by forensic experts in the U.S. Four Americans were taken at gunpoint last week when they crossed into Matamoros from Texas for a cosmetic procedure. They were found days later. Only two survived. One of them was injured.